child. You can run away with him. You can tell my heart is in a bloody mess.
Has the band changed a lot since you started?
Yeah, I'd say it has. Well, it first started with Ben and I, and our original ambition, which is when Sam got on board, was we were going to sound like the Arctic Monkeys, we were going to be libertines, we were going to be indie and dirty and
just like for the sake of it,
yeah,
indie band.
a bit of, and that just never happened. Like we never really sounded like that at all.
Yeah, never.
But did you turn up and clean them up?
I don't think so. I think
they're still dirty, but you're not going to.
we started with an idea, and then what we did just wasn't like that at all.
So you became something else. You became yourselves.
Yeah, we became what we were. I think ultimately bands have always.
I think it grew up very quickly, as opposed to being the sort of, like I say, a sort of just for the sake of it indie band that was just for fun. It quickly became something with the members. We had like quite a synergy and stuff, and quite a nice chemistry with the stuff that we were coming up with. So we thought, why not?
It was embarrassing once when you were drunk and you were flirting. Now it's habit, of course. Walking on your spoon, and now it's innocent, but I want to own every part of you, or every part of you. I want to selfishly own your undivided attention.
So since you've been taking it seriously, you said, what's been your experience out there gigging?
A lot of surprises. Like a lot of, like for example, I'll tell someone, they'll ask me what the name of my band is when I tell them I'm in a band, and I'll go the Novasons, and people will go, oh, I've heard of that. And I don't know if they're lying, but it's quite nice to be known, and for people to ask you to play gigs as opposed to having to go out there and look for them.
Right,
it's quite a nice situation to be in.
The name, where did that come from, and what does that say about you guys?
That's always an interesting one, actually.
Big one.
It's
favourite question.
It's from absolutely nowhere. It means nothing. It holds no real deeper meaning. It's pretty boring, really. I think me and Sam were walking down the street one day and we were trying to come up with band names, and each one was more ridiculously terrible than the next.
We couldn't come up with any.
And I think because we originally came up with the awful one of Sons of Nova or something.
That was it.
And we were
but
just
because we wanted it to sound like an indie band, because that's what we wanted to be at the time, we thought the Novasons sounded. Ultimately, it doesn't make any sense and doesn't really mean anything. But the thing that we like about the name is it's Googleable, if that's a word. That's not a word.
Yeah. So it's a new word now.
It's a word now.
Googleable.
But if someone Googles the Novasons, we're the top 5, 6 things to come up, and I quite like that. Like if we were called Bench, no one would ever be able to find a song like that.
What makes you crazy now? Makes you crazy now. Sure, you can run away with him. It's only in my head you've been distant at all.
So you have a big presence and a big following out there. What's been your gigs been for this following you've got? What's been the outstanding gigs you've done?
Say the Ruby Lounge one. Mind you, the following we've got quite a small but dedicated audience. We've got a good following of about 30 people that come to
pretty much every gig showing up, and that's nice.
And it's nice to get to know your fans. It's nice to recognise the faces.
Yeah. So what have you contributed? I know you're the technical star of the band, really, the whiz kid. So apart from your technical skills, what else have you brought on board?
I think quite often when me and Sam will work on his songs together, and then we'll bring them together and everyone adds their own bit, but it's kind of half songwriting, half
I think
you're the lyricist and he cleans them up.
I think that's the relationship between me and Samba, is that I'm the kind of raw, I have loads of ideas, blah, and he goes, whoa, slow down, this is how they should sound, kind of thing, and he makes us look good.
That's a great job, isn't it? Because your voice is quite raspy, it's quite unusual.
I get that a lot, yeah.
So people would probably imagine that's not what they expect to come out of you. So is that
You
what
saying I
you're-
don't look
yeah.
raspy?
Rugged, raw.
Yeah.
So that kind of sound, is your sound generally changing as you go along now as well?
I find it changes with bands. I think as a singer, I've got different voices for different situations,
Yeah.
and this is the voice I've chosen for this band.
It was
And it seems to
embarrassing
work.
once, and you were drunk and you were flirting. Now it's habit, of course. Walking on your spooning, and now it's innocent. But I want to own every part of you, or every part of you. I want to selfishly own your undivided attention. Oh, I sound jealous, I know. But every part of you, from your heart to your bones.
So what's the next stage for you guys now then? What's next?
Well, I suppose
we've got a lot of stuff like sort of recorded and a lot of the studio stuff. I think a plan will be to probably look at doing some stuff like with that. Sam sent us across some mixes of some of them that he's been doing the other day, and they're sounding pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it is kind of like the next level of the stuff that's already there, and I'm looking forward to like sort of rounding that off and getting that out there.
So is your EP on the way?
We've got an EP out at the moment. It's called, what's it called? Promises I Made to Me. You can buy that on CD at our gigs, or you can find that on Bandcamp, and you can find that through our Facebook, which is just type the Novasons into Facebook.
Yeah, because it's Googleable as
It's
well.
Googleable.
Isn't it?
If you just Google the Novasons, Novesons, Nova. I don't even know how to spell my own band. It'll be in the headline of this YouTube video.
Oh, every part of you. I want to selfishly own your undivided attention. Oh, I sound jealous, I know. But every part of you, from your heart to your bones, will have dragged my obsession.